Man, what's happening? Shout out to all the people out here rocking. We just got a couple of topics to talk about. I don't even think I put a title or nothing on this thing, man. We just had something on our hearts. We had to get it up off our chest, you understand? You feel me, Hen?
Man, I understand, man. And hey, man, I'm glad to be back in the trap, man. You ain't had me in the trap about 50, 11 years, man.
Cause you ain't allowed, man. You ain't allowed over here, man. You so diabolical. I gotta watch out for you.
I know good and well.
I gotta watch out for you.
Not you calling me diabolical.
You diabolical, man. You know what I'm saying?
So when I come to the trap, I'm diabolical now.
Yeah. Cause you the ops now. You are currently the ops. That's why you down below me. Like you say every day. That's why you down below me, next to the depths of hell where you belong. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's where you belong.
My feelings are hurt.
You
man.
one of them.
Damn.
You one of them.
Man, I feel so bad right now, man. I thought we were better
now
than
you
that.
see how I feel every day when I come on your channel.
Every day.
Every day. Every
Oh,
day.
shit.
All my life I had to fight messing with you, man.
Man, I ain't did nothing. I ain't never said nothing bad about landlord, y'all.
What?
Ever.
See, it's a Sunday, Hen. Don't you know them lightning strikes turn up around this time now.
What do you mean?
Them lightning strikes gonna turn up now. So you don't want to be lying in front of company now. Don't do that.
Man, listen, we be around these folks too much, man. That's family you talk about, man. We ain't got
They already know what time it is.
They know what's going on, man. But salute to everybody out there in Cowboys Nation. I see my boy John Cofield sliding in. My brother JVB boy in the building. Joe Chinchina, Brandy Mahoney, Hennythemoor in the building. Yeah, everybody in the building rocking out, man. Salute to y'all. And y'all know what to do when you see your independent content creators up here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the share button. Make sure you slap the dog shit out of an Eagles fan. And make sure y'all hit those cash apps or those super chats, man. You know, landlord finna go out there to Oxnard, bring y'all that exclusive content. So make sure y'all get my brother out there, man.
Hey, man, them cash apps come in handy right now, man. Cause look, listen, I'm for real though. Cause training count right around the corner. Like, hey, the super chats, they appreciate it too, but that's gonna have to wait till next month. You know how they pay us. They pay us very crazy. But hey, man, if you want to help your boy get out there, man, and have a decent time, be able to be safely giving y'all stuff, you know, that good content. Y'all don't want me in Compton, do you? You know what I'm saying? I might not come back. They're gonna have me in the hotel in Compton trying to cover the Cowboys. And then, you know what I'm saying, I ain't make it back to Alabama. But, man.
Don't do that.
Hey, you got to get the what you can afford, Hen, what you can afford. They had hotel for $199. I had to get it for a week, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real though, man. We appreciate all the level of support, man. I will be traveling out there in a few weeks, man. So, hey, if you got it on your heart, if you got it available, man, make sure you show love and support your independent content creators. But, man, let's get into the show, man. Hey, I got a couple of topics that I had to get off, man, because they was getting on my nerves, man. They've been disrespecting our people and our players, and we got to stand on business. Now, before we get too deep into it, make sure y'all double tap the screen. That's the best way to hit the like button these days, just like Instagram. Double tap the screen as you come in. You got to wipe your feet before you walk in the house, man. So double tap that button right there and hit that like button on both channels, man. We finna get it crunk up, get it started. But I don't know if you seen this list. This list right here is the list from the NFL Exects, coaches, you know what I'm saying? All kind of real NFL people. This is the ideas of them for real. This ain't just a writer list. This ain't just a player list. This one right here count to me, real talk. This one count. These are your ops. This is a lot of people that's evaluating your talent, and they get paid millions of dollars to do that. So, not to say that they right, but I'll say that I do take this one a little more serious. So let's check it out.
And coaches and scouts, and you get the top players at each position.
Yes.
So in the spotlight for us, for the purposes of right here, right now, NFC quarterbacks. Who are the top 5?
Let's do it. I'm going to give you a little tease. I'm not going to give you my top 10 quarterback rankings, but we know the AFC dominates. So I'm going to go NFC and give you a little flavor here, okay?
Yeah.
Let's start with number 5. Jordan Love out of Green Bay. The ability is massive. 18 touchdowns, 2,000-plus yards in the last 8 games. of last season. So the sample size is small, didn't quite get him to the very top, but people expect him to make that jump a year from now and be the elite of the elite. He's got that kind of ability and that kind of confidence. Let's go to number 4. There he is, Brock Purdy, 17-4 as a starter, already 4 playoff wins in the MVP conversation. Led the league in QBR last year, so one executive put it best. He's not quite good enough or has the ability to be above some of the top guys, but you can't leave him out of there either because of what he's done. So that sort of leaves him at number 4 in the NFC. This is a guy who could still make a major jump. Dak Prescott. We hear the Dak dilemma every year, right? He's consistently very good, but can't quite get over the hump. He had a phenomenal year. He really put up MVP-type numbers, 36 touchdowns last year. When you talk to people around the league, they said part of the lack of playoff success is he just doesn't have that gear that Mahomes and Josh Allen have to, like, lift your team up when they're struggling. He needs support around him. Jared Goff, how about this upset? Number 2. I consider this at least a mild upset. 3 years ago, this guy couldn't get a single vote in my project. Now he's knocking on the door of the elite status. One NFL coordinator said he is the very best in the NFL throwing against zone coverage. So that's a huge compliment. And you got Matthew Stafford, tried and true. So this is where I love my project, because if you go by the numbers, maybe he's not number 1 in the NFC, but eye test, ability to lift his teammates. One NFC executive called him a kingmaker. Puka Nacua, good player. With Stafford, he's great. Cooper Kupp, good player. With Stafford, he's great. Stafford goes out of the lineup 2022, they lose a bunch of games. Comes back in the playoffs. So just his presence creates a massive swing for a team in a winning direction.
Man, see, I got so many disagreements, man. But first, I'll let you attack it if you want to, Hen. What are your problems? What are some of your concerns about some of that gibberish you heard from those people?
Well, first and foremost, it's hard for me to keep Dak Prescott off the top of the list just based on the raw numbers. You know, when you talk about what Dak Prescott has accomplished in the National Football League, he's won over 70 games as a starting quarterback in the National Football League. He's made an All-Pro selection. He's been to 3 Pro Bowls. He's been Rookie of the Year. Last year, he was second in MVP voting. Should have pretty much won the MVP. If he was not a Dallas Cowboys quarterback, he would have won MVP. A little bit of history. A Dallas Cowboys quarterback has never won MVP. Not Roger Staubach, not Troy Aikman, not Tony Romo, not Dak Prescott. So, that's an award that has eluded even Hall of Fame quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboys.
So, you already know they wasn't trying to let Dak, Young Ryan Dakota be that guy here. That would have been very controversial. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been crazy, especially when you bring up the fact that you said none of the other great Cowboys ever got that award. And then somebody would be able to say that Dak Prescott got it, a guy who didn't even have a full contract yet, you know what I'm saying, who ain't even did his deal yet. And that would have been crazy. And you see that they prevented everything in their heart to be able to stop that. It felt like to me, because it made no sense to give Lamar Jackson that MVP over Dak Prescott. Made no sense at all. It was just a safe pick. It was the, let's keep the commotion down. Let's temper everybody down just to get off their chest like that, man. I hate that, because we clearly seen that Dak Prescott deserved to be the NFL's MVP without a doubt. But to me, it was a lot of contradictions in this hand, because okay, you say Matthew Stafford. I get on Matthew Stafford first. But you say this guy has the eye test. You want to know what eye test is? Eye test is preference. Eye test is bias, because everybody looks good. You know what I'm saying? You go watch anybody, a professional NFL quarterback, he's going to look good to you. Now, what you put emphasis on, that's your preferences. That means, he can really spin it. You hear goofy stuff like that from certain players. They love Justin Herbert because guess what? The eye test. It's not about what he actually did. It's not really holding on to nothing tangible. So I don't want to hear about your eye test. That's all goofiness. That's all preference. That's all narrative. I don't want to hear that. You talking about he got the eye test. Okay. Then the kingmaker stuff. Okay, how many receivers that you seen Dak Prescott make? How many tight ends have Dak Prescott made? You see what I'm saying? Then he gave him another. These are the 3 main reasons he said Stafford should be over Dak. Okay. The other reason, he said, hey, when Stafford was out the league, when he was hurt, they lost a lot of games. When he came back, they won a lot of games. He's a difference maker. He's this, he's that. Have we not seen Dak Prescott do that over the years? That's what he's did. He did the exact same things, but they're not counting it. And guess what? One of the prime indicators to let me know that it's a lot of bias on this hand.
What's that?
Think about this. They got Dak Prescott rated number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay attention. You got to read between the lines. Why most of the stuff that he said about Dak was all negative? All negative. So he didn't have no good stuff in there, sir, but he's still number 3. Make that make sense, man. He told us everything negative about Dak, but he number 3.
Yeah,
he got to be positive to be number 3, right?
Well, this is one thing I want to add to the conversation at large right now. You notice they even told on themselves when they gave the explanation for Matthew Stafford. They said if you look at the numbers, it wouldn't say that he's number 1.
He's not number 1.
Yeah, and then they went into the reasons why they circumvented the numbers.
And the first thing they said, eye test.
Eye test. And remember, like you said, eye test is pretty much a talking point where I don't actually have anything tangible to argue with you about it. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this person. I looked at him and I felt this in my heart when I looked at him. I know the numbers and the metrics and everything else don't actually match how I'm feeling, but I know what I saw. I saw what I saw, and that's bad. And that's bad analysis in my opinion. You know, what I'm saying?
Being dishonest.
Yeah, because listen, if I took a test, right, and I made a 50, right, you looked at me and saw me going crazy on the sheet, and you felt in your mind that I made good on the test, like that's just in your mind. You saw something you didn't see.
Yeah.
Like the test of how I graded out said I made an F. You saw how I prepared and saw me just getting through the test real quick. You felt like I probably did good on the motherfucker. Yeah. Just because you saw it don't mean you saw what you saw. So eye test is never that for me.
Facts. This one thing I want people to realize: when you like players, bro, you gonna listen. This is human nature. Don't make me. I'm not gonna say I'm excluded from this. Just being honest. Every analyst in football, any person that's evaluating anybody, we all semi-guilty of this. If you like the person, instead of being critical, sometimes you might find a reason. Instead of saying, oh, he just didn't do good that play, you might be like, well, if it would have been blocked a little better, that you do that type of stuff for players that you fond of, that you like.
That type of stuff in real life too.
You know what I'm saying?
You like that girl, you gonna disregard it. You gonna disregard it. She a little worse.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll look crazy, but you know she cute though. You know what I'm saying? So when you fond of the player or the person, you gonna find a little reason why you should bypass some of their flaws. But if you don't like the person, if they do anything, you're going to be like, ha, see there? That's why you ain't do it. Ha, you're going to be ready to get rid of them. If they do anything, if they breathe hard, you already on that. This is what I want people to understand. That human nature is still involved in some of this player evaluation, no matter how they want to say it. Because I just proved to you, how is Dak Prescott rated number 3 on this list? But all the things that he mentioned about Dak Prescott was how he didn't deserve to be this number 1 guy. That's all he talked about. He said he just can't get him over the hump. Then he threw in at the end where he needs players around him. Who the hell don't need players around him here?
Everybody needs
Who
players
don't need
around
players around him?
And listen, the guys they got ahead of him, like Jared Goff. Jared Goff ain't never been a quarterback that elevated the team. He has never been that. Jared Goff has been the beneficiary of a stellar run game, a good offensive minds. Like, it has never been Jared Goff putting a team on his back and getting them wherever they go. Like, you remember I talked about him getting to the Super Bowl the first time around with 1 damn touchdown. He threw 1 touchdown the entire Super Bowl run they first time around.
That's crazy.
Like, that's not having more turnovers than touchdowns is not contributing to your team in a positive manner. Now, he played real good last year. I'm gonna give him last year for performing, but even then they had great offensive skill weapons. Gibbs, Montgomery, what's the other boy name? Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receiver. Jameson from Williams from Alabama. The tight end, Laporta. He had all kinds of weapons. So to say that Dak Prescott needs weapons and everybody else on the list has weapons, right? And also to call, to piggyback what you said earlier, to call Matthew Stafford a kingmaker, like Dak Prescott hasn't elevated CeeDee Lamb's game. Like CeeDee Lamb was not on trajectory to be an all-pro receiver when Cooper Rush was playing. Like they were barely scoring points. All of a sudden, Dak Prescott comes back and he goes for over 1,300 yards, all-pro selection. Played with Dak Prescott this year. Then broke every Dallas Cowboys record for a receiver. Like last time I remember, Amari Cooper said Dak Prescott saved his career. Facts. Cole Beasley said the best season he ever had was with Dak Prescott. He said, fuck that all-pro selection he made with Josh Allen. He said him and Dak had the best season together. Then you had our boy Randall Cobb come out, talk about how Dak Prescott helped revitalize his career. So he gave him his flowers and called Dak Prescott elite. Right? You got these tight ends getting paid with Dak Prescott. Like who the hell? Let's keep it down. Wow, man. Who the fuck was not Dalton Schultz, but who the fuck was Blake Jarwin before Dak Prescott got with? Nobody was checking for no damn Blake Jarwin, dog. Blake Jarwin got a bag playing with Dak Prescott.
Who was Swain? Who was Jeff Swain?
Dalton Schultz got a bag playing with Dak Prescott. Jake Ferguson finna get a bag. He's considered one of the best young tight ends in the league. Finna get a bag playing with Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb finna get a bag playing with Dak Prescott. Is that not a kingmaker?
Randall Cobb career was rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? Cole Beasley like you just said, man, these players talking up and telling you how much of a difference that Dak made. Cedric Wilson would have got a bag if he would have stayed.
He did get a bag, though, with Miami.
Well, yeah, he still got a bag. You see what I'm saying? Like, Dak allowed people to get money, too. Noah Brown even went and got another contract because of what he did with Dak Prescott. And we didn't know. We treated Noah Brown like rubbish.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Can I interject real quick to my
boy
6'4"?
Do your thing.
That obviously is not the case because remember, this is coaches that voted on this. This is executives that voted on it. All those guys voted on this. If they care so much about postseason success, why Jalen Hurts didn't make the top 5? He went to a Super Bowl and they said, "Fuck Jalen Hurts." Yep. He's not a top 5 quarterback in the NFC. He's not a top 5 quarterback in the NFC. They don't give a damn about Jalen Hurts going to the Super Bowl.
And then what they did last.
So apparently they don't care about that. About postseason success.
Yeah. They going off a lot of things instead of just one thing.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Because listen, like going to the Super Bowl, winning playoff games is a team accomplishment. Because nobody's going to sit here and say that Doug Williams was better than Warren Moon. Nobody's going to say that Rex Grossman is better than he went to a Super Bowl. Nobody's going to say that he's better than Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a wow. Like, having postseason success is a team accomplishment. Like, we literally seen teams win without their quarterbacks doing anything. Like Jared Goff, I keep saying it. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, that got his team to the Super Bowl because they had a good team. Peyton Manning, 3 touchdowns, 7 picks, got his team a Super Bowl win. You know what I'm saying? So you can perform bad if your team like that. He said Noah Brown when it got a decent little bag playing with Dak Prescott.
Noah got a bag. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even get a chance to get at Jared Goff, but I was just talking about Matthew Stafford for that part. But Jared Goff, come on, bro. This man, see, I think this is a result of people valuing them number 1 picks so long. Like, they are down that hill. They just can't help to be wrong, bro. Like, they don't want to be wrong. They hate that. So they'll just hold on to this narrative forever. Like, they rather just hold on forever for dear life. Like, bro, we understand he was a number 1. Well, he was a number 1 or when he got drafted?
Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff was
he was top 5.
I think he was number 1 overall pick or the number 2 overall pick.
I'm thinking he was number 1. So
he might have been the number 1. I think Matthew Stafford number 1 overall pick?
Yeah, he was.
And listen, I fool with Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford was like that, but he's just not like that now.
What is he, like 36?
Yeah, he's good now. I ain't saying he's a bad quarterback, but he's not like that. What happened to the Rams when he playing when we played him?
Beat the shit out his ass.
We beat the hell out of him, but they don't want to talk about that. They just holding on to the Super Bowl he got with McVay. You see what I'm saying? They ain't talking about what happened last year. What about last year? They just took last year out. See, this list is super inconsistent when you think about it. Because, look, they obviously valued last year when it came to Jared Goff, but they didn't value last year when it came to who? Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I'm going to say both.
Or Dak Prescott. Facts, yeah.
You cannot be second in MVP voting and the guy that won MVP not in the conference. So if he's the best quarterback in the league, right, he won MVP, and the guy that was right behind him should be the second best, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not in the same conference with him, I'm the best quarterback in my conference.
Exactly.
Process of elimination, right?
Yes, obviously. But they don't want to do that. See, then he said something else that ticked me off. Oh, he don't have the what he said, he don't have that second gear like what he said, like Jared,
Mahomes.
like Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Can I come back up for the Josh Allen thing?
Just get him, bro. Get him.
Do you know Josh Allen is 5-5 in the playoffs, right? He has 5 wins. Do you know he has only ever beaten the starting quarterback in the playoffs once? He has beaten 4 backup quarterbacks. So when he played the Miami Dolphins, Tua did not play. When he played the Ravens one year, Lamar Jackson did not play. So he played all these other starting quarterbacks. He played Mahomes, has not won. He played Joe Burrow, did not beat him. He played Deshaun Watson, did not beat him. Pittsburgh Steelers had a backup quarterback last year, right? He beat the shit out of them. Went up there and played Patty Ice is a different story. Fumbling the ball, not making throws. You're supposed to make throws. Like, you ain't, like, come on now. Like, they hyped the man up beating 4 backup quarterbacks. If the same thing was for Dak Prescott, if Dak Prescott had that same resume, they would not be saying that he was a good postseason performer.
At all. But you see how that's why I said this got so many contradictions in it. So many contradictions. As if Jared Goff got over the hump last year. Like, I know he went to a Super Bowl, but he didn't win. That's the thing about it. So, no, if you didn't win, you didn't get over the hump. That's point blank period. You didn't do it. So, I don't understand what people talking about, man. There's a lot of inconsistencies in this list. A lot of them. Because, like, at least have a foundation so we can have a real conversation about this. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's too many inconsistencies. You super value Jared Goff last year, but you didn't value Dak as much last year, or you didn't value Matthew Stafford as much last year. You said Matthew Stafford is if that's just your favorite dude, just say that's your favorite dude, bro. Because it made no sense for you to even have Matthew Stafford that high, especially after last year, especially after the last few years, right? Mm-hmm. Like, come on. But y'all got him number 1, though. Not top 5. I ain't got no problem with that because Stafford is a talented quarterback. He's just old.
Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, he's talented.
On an all-time passing list. Like, he's a great quarterback. I like Matthew Stafford.
But how did Matthew Stafford do against our defense last year? And we know our defense wasn't even like that. So let's be real.
He didn't play too well. You know what I'm saying?
He got destroyed. Didn't he get a pick 6 or something? Then Bland pick 6 them, didn't it?
He was late. He was late in the flat. Deron Bland pretty much skipped.
Took that bitch to the house.
So yeah. And this is the thing though, man. Like, Matthew Stafford is the only one. He is the only one that actually has a Super Bowl in the NFC. But like I was saying, we're not going off a body of work. You know what I'm saying? We're not going off of lifetime achievements. Who is the best quarterback right now going into 2024? You know what I'm saying? That is the question. And the quarterback that is coming off of leading the league in passing touchdowns and only throwing 9 interceptions in the regular season, you know, doing all this stuff, is not should not be that low on the list. Like, the other guys did not have the same kind of production. Jared Goff was not the most important part of his offense last year. Matthew Stafford was not the most important part of his offense last year. He wasn't an all-pro. He had an all-pro running back, Kyron Williams.
Facts.
You know, the Detroit Lions had one of the best run games in the National Football League, if not the best. I got to go back and look because both they running backs were for almost 1,000 yards. So Dak Prescott, I know it fell apart in the postseason, but he was the offense. Him and CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and throwing the ball to Jake Ferguson was the entire offense for the Dallas Cowboys. You should get some kind of credit for that. Now, listen, I don't want it to be that way because I think we need help in the postseason. I think Dak Prescott needs a run game in the postseason to get over the hump. But as it stands right now, what they asking Dak Prescott to do, he has a higher level of difficulty than the other guys do.
Absolutely. Especially, and then he doing it with the front office we got.
Exactly.
And then with the free agency approach that we got. Like, and the personnel that we got. Like, bro, like I said, last year, if you think about it, something that I'm optimistic about, right? Dak Prescott, his success that he had last year, and we all can agree that he had no run game. His O-line was not that great. His defense did not show up a few times last year in the big moments. If his defense would have showed up that Miami game, we would have had a dub. If that defense would have showed up in Green Bay, we would have had a damn sure better chance. I tell you that. Because nobody scored that much in the whole playoffs. I don't even think in the Super Bowl. Nobody scored that much.
The Super Bowl went to overtime.
Nobody scored 40-some points on nobody other than your Dallas Cowboys, the defense who y'all rave about. Me and him had a conversation mid-season. When I seen that defense against Seattle, what I said? I said, oh, we not like that, bro. We not like that. That ain't us.
Yeah, I call this man mid-game. I'm like, man, you seen the shit I'm seeing. Like, nigga, nah.
I was convinced that this wasn't the defense I thought it was. Like, no lie. And at the beginning of the year, I'm calling this Doomsday 2.0. I'm lit. I'm like, bro, we finna take over. And people fail to realize. And I don't like how y'all don't hold these people accountable. Do y'all not remember when we said, hey, the strength of this team was the defense? The defense was the strength of this team. Coming into 2024, 2023, who was the defense? Who was the driving force of this football team?
Listen, they told us all Dak Prescott had to do was not fuck it up. He said the defense was going to win. We were going to win the championship for us.
All he got to do is hand the ball off.
Yeah, like y'all told me, all Dak Prescott had to do was not turn the ball over. Not only did he not turn the ball over, he led the league in passing touchdowns. Now we got some other shit to talk about, right?
Man, then like you said, just think about that. Now he said, hey, Matthew Stafford missed a lot of games, and then he what he said, Matthew Stafford missed a lot of games, and then when he came back, they won a lot of games. Dak Prescott did the same exact thing, bro. But look, guess what happened, though? Cooper Rush maintained, but we was at the bottom of the barrel in offense. When Dak came back, we went straight to the top. And then guess what? Dak went crazy that whole rest of that season, led you to 12 wins or whatever. But guess what they did? They clouded your judgment because of the interceptions. They said, nah, he got interceptions, so wipe everything away, everything clean. He gets no credit because he got interceptions. But guess what? I challenge any one of y'all to tell me who led the league in interceptions last year.
Without Google.
Without Google, right now, in the next 5 seconds, who the hell led the league in interceptions? That right there lets you know that was a straight distraction. They didn't want you to give Dak no credit, because it was Dak Prescott, the one who led the league in the interceptions last year. They wanted to make sure you understood that.
Matter of fact, let me Google it now.
You see what I'm saying? It's not even a big deal. But guess what? They made it a big deal because they didn't want to give Dak no credit. That's what it was. When he came back, Dak still had this team firing on all cylinders. This man had a broke thumb. He still was cooking. But guess what everybody said? Oh, he got interceptions. He got interceptions. Yeah. They clouded everything he did because of his interceptions.
Okay, so Sam Howell had the most interceptions. That boy threw 21. Jesus.
Who was second?
Josh Allen had 18.
And these, Dak ain't got the gear. No, time out. Stop it.
Hold on, wait a minute.
They pissing me off. Because listen, why he ain't mention the interception with Josh Allen? Oh, he said Josh Allen, Dak ain't got that second gear like Josh Allen. What you talking about, the second gear to throw interceptions? That what you talking about?
Throw picks, fumble the ball.
Bro, y'all got to realize this, man. Don't let these people trick you out of a good quarterback, man. Don't let these people trick you out of a good coach, man. Y'all just be taking all these mainstream narratives and just let them feed into your mind, and then y'all just spill out this crazy stuff, man. Y'all just be really just listening to these people, man. It's crazy. Think for yourself. Think for yourself, man.
Nobody really gives a fuck about interceptions because last time I remember when Matthew Stafford won his Super Bowl, he led the league in interceptions.
Exactly.
Did that stop him from winning a Super Bowl? The interceptions stop Brett Favre from winning a Super Bowl because y'all know that man throw picks. Brett Favre threw 1,000 touchdowns and 1,000 picks.
And we loved him for it. We loved him for it.
Eli Manning.
I still like the Brett Favre to this day. I liked the Favre, bro, as a quarterback. He was a good quarterback to me. Care about no interceptions. I ain't care about Romo interceptions. I didn't. I just hated when he did it at the wrong times at times. That's all.
I mean, 6'4", if he had a playmaking gear, why has he only beaten one starting quarterback in the playoffs? And that one win was against Lamar Jackson when he got hurt. Lamar Jackson didn't even finish the damn game. He has never won a playoff game with the other starting quarterback started the game and finished the game. He's beaten 4 backup quarterbacks, and he beat Lamar Jackson when he had to lead the game at halftime. So what is this playmaking gear people are talking about? Because he has not won in the postseason like that.
Then that same year when Dak led the league in interception, guess who was tied with him? Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Josh Allen was tied with him. But you know, guess what, Hen? You heard what he said.
Well, Dak did it in this many games, and he was playing.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, but guess what? Dak ain't got that second gear, though. He ain't got that second gear like Josh Allen.
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
if these y'all favorite quarterbacks, just say that. Just say that.
He said Lamar Jackson. Yeah, Lamar Jackson numbers in the postseason are actually bad. Like Dak Prescott got Dak Prescott got like 21 touchdowns and like 8 turnovers in the playoffs. So he's not that bad. I think it's like 18-7, some shit like that.
Guess what? This is a great example of exactly what I was saying earlier. Guess what? When I like you, you a gunslinger. Hey, that's a gunslinger right there. When I don't like you, man, that dude throw too many interceptions, bro.
Turnover machine.
Man, he need to tighten up, bro. This what I'm telling y'all, bro. It's our preference. And it is a little biasness because it's between who you like. If you like them, you gonna give them a little pass. That's just how it is. That's human nature, bro. I feel like it is. And I see it in a lot of people analysis too. We just gotta be real about it. If you like him, he's a gunslinger. If you don't like him, he throw too many interceptions. That's a fact right there. That's
machine.
A fact. Facts.
Gunslinger or turnover machine? You gonna be one of those labels.
It's a thin line. It's a thin line. It just depends on if I like you. That's all.
A thin line between love and hate, my boy.
Straight up. It's a thin line. And you don't hear people tell you this stuff, man. So y'all just gotta really pay attention, man. You gotta learn to read between the lines. When you hear foolishness like that, ask yourself, is that really the case, or is he being a little unfair? Is he being a little biased? Because a lot of the times, it be biasness.
Paz said, if we being honest, the mainstream media has manufactured these top quarterbacks based on who they like, not their actual skill set, which is very true.
That's what we arguing about now.
Which is very true. Because listen, Dak Prescott is everything you want in a quarterback. He's accurate. He's athletic enough to make plays out of structure. He can make plays off platform. He adds the actual prospect of being able to rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dak Prescott is everything you ask of a quarterback. And, like, you look at his all-time stats. I'm not even talking about what he's done. Like, the man is currently the 4th most accurate quarterback in league history. If I said that out loud, folks would try to put me in a damn institution. They thought I was tripping. But if you Google that shit, 4th highest career completion percentage in league history, right? He got one of the best passer ratings in league history, one of the best touchdown interception ratios in league history. But Dak Prescott ain't shit because he ain't won a Super Bowl.
That man really like that, but you don't hear it from the mainstream, so it's not the narrative that's popular. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you got us here. We here to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of foolishness going on. Don't let these people trick you out of a good quarterback. You sitting up here mad at Dak when you know good and damn well that we ain't got nobody to stop the run right now. We have nobody to stop the run, and we got a great receiver and a okay receiver, a good receiver, you know. Yeah, and some people say good, I say okay. I mean, hey, it just depends on what side of that spectrum you fall on. But we know exactly what we have, bro. Don't forget about the offseason when the real season starts. Like, I'm going to preach that all offseason. I promise. I'm preaching that all offseason because we forget. They're going to be like, dang, Dak Prescott lost that game. Bruh, we have no defensive tackles at all. We had Myles Smith cleats nailed to the ground and he still was getting moved. But you want Dak to win the game? Like, don't forget about that. Don't forget you got to injure Myles Smith coming back trying to be your formidable defensive tackle. Don't forget you let Jonathan Hankins walk. Don't forget you got Carlos Davis, somebody you went to school with, being your defensive tackle. Don't forget that. Man, you went to school with him.
Don't forget you got the worst rated running back room in the National Football League.
Man.
So it's all going to be on Dak Prescott offensively. You got to slang that hoe.
Don't forget you just replaced 40% of your offensive line. Don't forget that.
Oh, hey,
with rookies. Don't forget that.
Oh, hold on. You're glazing over something. Rookies that have never played that position before.
Rookies that's out of position.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Now listen, I know that he's a great athlete. That man ain't never played no left tackle before. I love Cooper BB. I was excited when we signed him. He'll be great eventually. He ain't never played center in an actual game. He practiced at center before. He ain't never actually played against no defensive tackle and shit like that. So no.
That's all I want people to know. Y'all just gotta realize, don't forget the offseason. That's all I'm saying. When the real season starts, don't forget the offseason.
That's all we ask.
We already know where we stand at. So I think we beat that dead horse a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? They goofy for the list. They need to relax. And even the points that they tried to make was inconsistent and inaccurate. It was all goofy. But what do you think about our young star? We could change the subject a little bit, but it's the same list, just different player in a different position. What do you think about our young tight end being left off the top 10 tight end list? Mr. Jake Ferguson.
Was he a Pro Bowler last year?
I think so.
I think he was, so he automatically should be in the top 10.
Easy peasy.
I mean, they're only I think you only get like 6 tight ends to even be. Man, DeQuincy, what's up, my nigga? How you been, my boy?
Oh, Lord. What's going on? You missed the Dak conversation. You would have been entertaining for that, but you're too late. Watch it. Argue with me in my comments.
He good, man. Hey, don't wild this man up on a Sunday, man.
You already know the question already.
Don't wild my boy up on a Sunday, man.
He programmed the hate. He already know what time it is. That's what, he heard us in his sleep. He came they talking good about Dak. Here I come. That's my guy, though. That's my guy, though.
I rock with the Quince, man. That's my nigga, man.
He keep me on my toes.
Yeah, let me see how many tight ends actually make the Pro Bowl. Right.
All we saying is they got Jake Ferguson as an honorable mention.
How?
An honorable mention. He didn't even make the top 10? That's crazy.
2023 Pro Bowl list. Roster finalized. Okay, let me go ahead and try and track this shit down. All right, so strong safety. All right. 1. All right, that's 2. Yeah, there's only like 4. There are only like 4 tight ends and then like alternates. So yeah, he should be top 10. I mean, he ain't top with the pack, but this is the thing. Name 10 tight ends better than Jake Ferguson. That would be the litmus test. Name 10 tight ends that are better. Of course, it's gonna be Travis Kelce. Of course, you'll go out there and
Kittle.
To say Kittle.
Laporta.
I'll give it to Laporta. So that's 3. Like some people say Njoku. I don't know about all that.
Mark Andrews.
I'll give Mark Andrews easily. So 4.
Yeah.
That's 4 right there. I'm not sold on Njoku. So that's 4.
They got Evan Ingram over him.
I'm not. Yeah. So
They got Evan Ingram on the list.
That's an easy one then. If Jake Ferguson better than Evan Ingram, that's gonna be a litmus test. If Jake Ferguson is better than Evan Ingram's, then the list is trash.
Evan Ingram is on the list. We'll just say that. So that right there tell me everything I need to know. And then Ferguson is an upside guy. That's what's scary.
Yeah,
Like
he's
not even who he gonna be yet.
Hawkinson, I like Hawkinson, but did he have Jake Ferguson production last year though? Let me see. Tight end receiving leaders 2023. All right, let's see who led the NFL in receiving yards by a tight end. Jake Ferguson was 8, so he was top.
He automatically in the top 10.
So these are the guys that had more receiving yards than him. Kittle, Kelsey, Ingram. So I guess Ingram has to be up there. I did not know Evan Ingram went crazy like this last year. Do you know this nigga had almost 1,000 yards receiving?
With Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, they missed the playoffs.
I mean, but what he did on his other teams though, like he came from the Giants.
We talk about recent. Listen. We gonna have to talk about going into the 2024 season.
Well, if he went crazy, I always thought he was talented, but he just never did nothing.
All right, so Evan Ingram, T.J. Hawkinson, Sam Laporta, David Njoku, Trey McBride. Jake Ferguson was 8th. He had 761 yards. Cole Kmet had 719, and then Dalton Kincaid had 673. So production-wise, he was there. Receiving touchdowns, he was. Let me see, where'd my boy go? He disappeared from the list.
He ain't got enough touchdowns.
Oh wait, wait. He's 7th. So he was 7. He was
top
7
10 with that too.
He was 7 in receiving touchdowns. He was 8th in receiving yards. Does that sound like he had top 10 production?
Exactly. Yes.
So I say he had top 10 production for his position. There were only 6 guys that had more touchdowns, and Waller retired, so he can't be on the list. Waller retired, so he can't be on the list.
I ain't gonna lie though, Goddard ain't no bad tight end, but I wouldn't take him over Furr right now.
Just strictly off the age, maybe.
I wouldn't take him over Furr right now. I wouldn't. That's just my opinion. I can't speak for nobody. I wouldn't take him over.
That's a very good conversation to have, though. So let me ask y'all, if I was top 10 in production, how can I not be top 10 in my position straight off of the season where I was top 10 in production? Because last time you see me, I was him.
Goddard ain't had number 592, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Goddard's a good name, but he didn't play well.
I'm saying last year he had 592, 3 touchdowns. I'm not taking that over Ferg. No. Hell no.
That's what I'm saying, because he had a name, but his production didn't match. Matter of fact, the Eagles' entire offense was trash outside of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts numbers were poo-poo. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else on that team did not perform well, including Dallas Goedert. So you know
what you said. Ferg numbers was 7 what?
Let me go back and look. I got to toggle back because I was looking.
Cause this what I want y'all to understand. Quick, get out of that numbers. Get out of that name brand stuff. Cause that's goofy. I'm finna tell you why. Listen to this. Go ahead. What Ferg numbers were?
761.
Okay, outside of 2021, that 761 is better than every year Dallas Goedert ever had. Every other year. Every other year. He had 830 in 2021. Great season. Other than that, none of them other seasons, yardage-wise, is touching what Jake Ferguson did in his second year starting. Give me Ferg all day long.
And 6'4", you good, brother. We like that you're adding stuff to the conversation, man. I'm glad that you dropping names because I wasn't even thinking about Dallas Goedert. You brought him up, so I'm glad that you actually did.
Yeah, because he's on the list too. That was a good one, but I'll take Ferg all day.
He said keep Ferg. He showed me a lot in the Green Bay playoff game. He didn't stop fighting. Gained a lot of my respect. Real talk. He was out there thugging.
Man, I don't think nobody talking about that. Give me Ferg all day. This man got one season that's better than what Ferg did in his second.
They did Ferg bad. So let me ask you a question. We sitting here campaigning. And listen, we got to be fair, right? We're sitting here campaigning saying that Jake Ferguson should be a top 10 tight end, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know he gonna be up for a contract after this season. So I want y'all to keep that same energy when it's time to properly enumerate him.
We don't pay tight ends.
Shit.
We gonna franchise tag his ass. This Dallas, baby. I don't agree with it, but I'm just telling you what they gonna do.
I mean, listen, you got too many people that are gonna be free agents at the same time to just say you're gonna tag Jake Ferguson, or you gonna tag Jake Ferguson, or you gonna tag DeRon Bland. Exactly.
This finna get interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. Cause like we got 31 this year, but you know it's coming down the line. Cause after this season, technically, you know, Ferg and them other boys will be on 1-year deals. You got to get something done with them.
True.
So not this off season that's gonna be over with, but next off season gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Who the last damn tight end we paid?
Nobody.
We don't pay tight ends, bro.
Oh, this Jarwin is the last one we paid.
Oh, and look how that turned out. That's why we don't pay him no more.
Probably so.
Shit. Bro, I don't know. I think Jake will break that trend, though. I think Jake will break that trend. Because he going to... But what if he go crazy?
I mean...
Then we going to be in the... Listen, you know Dallas don't like paying for nice things. Now if he be okay, then all right. Listen, but if he go out here and ball out of control...
If he's an all-pro, Dak gonna slap the fuck out them folks if he don't resign him. You know Dak Prescott loves tight ends.
Man, this man finna be an all-pro, and they ain't gonna want to pay him.
I said you tag Schultz, and listen, you gave Schultz a lot of money on a 1-year deal. I think, to be honest, if Dak Prescott hadn't gotten hurt and Dalton Schultz hadn't gotten hurt, and he had lived up to that franchise tag the last year he was here, they probably would have gave him a contract.
Yeah, Derwin. Yeah, I'm talking like after Witt, though. Everybody know we paid Witt. I'm talking about after Witt. We ain't paid no tight ends. And how many years have that been?
Jordan got paid in what, 2020?
Yeah.
So about 4 years. So you actually gave a contract extension? Because I'm not gonna count that franchise tag shit.
Yeah, so we don't really pay him, y'all. We just don't.
Which is sad, stupid, and goofy.
We don't pay tight ends no more.
He said, "Y'all, Dalton Kincaid been playing well though. I ain't gonna take nothing from the young man."
Yeah, he did.
He said they did offer Dalton a contract, allegedly. Like, hey, I don't know. They report a lot of shit. You remember they reported that Dak Prescott was offered a contract. He said, "Man, them folks ain't never
talked to my folks.
Them folks ain't asked me a damn thing.
Them people ain't talked to my people."
But I will say this: it was reported that they offered him a contract, but they do this with everybody. You know, there's a report out there that CeeDee Lamb turned down some money. If you go Google it, CeeDee Lamb ain't talking to them folks yet. That's all I'm saying. Like, stuff get reported all the time, and I don't know how valid it is. Because even if you're at a big, whatchamacallit, you know what I'm saying? We'll never really know if a contract was offered or not until the player speaks on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like we never knew that Bobby Wagner was trying to come to Dallas until he told us, like, "Hey man, I tried to get there and they didn't want me." Like, that came out the player's mouth. So, you know, I gotta listen to. We need to see if we can get Dalton Schultz ass on the podcast. I want to ask him personally.
Yeah.
Hey, we interview former Dallas Cowboys all the time, man. So
he's still in Texas.
Yeah, he's still in Texas. He out, but you know he's still in Texas.
Steve Sumter said, "Can you please pray for me? We gonna pray for you, man. Send prayers up to Mr. Steve."
Yeah, also a free agent too, man. Y'all say prayers for that boy Steve though.
Prayers up to you, man. Hope everything goes well, goes your way, sir.
Yeah, Blake got paid and got hurt. Yeah. Dalton Schultz got franchise tag. Then signed a 1-year deal. Then got an extension. He played a long game. But hey, remember all the people that said that Dalton Schultz couldn't play in the West Coast offense, and then he went over there and went crazy in the West Coast offense.
Facts.
I'm just saying.
Now look, okay, this will be the last thing we talk about because we almost rounding off our hour. So make sure y'all show some love and support, man. Once again, I gotta get these little promos or whatever. But hey, man, double tap the screen. That's how you hit the like button now. Double tap the screen just like Instagram. Bam, that's a like. Make sure y'all help us get the likes up, man. The likes looking very bad right now. So hey, man, help us catch up with the likes real quick. And we finna get into this last topic real smooth. But yeah, man. So okay, I'm thinking you already know I'm dissatisfied with the wide receiver. You know what I'm saying, with the weapons that we have. But do you think we never counted the tight ends like that in the equation? But we know they there. We know they there though. So do you think with John Stevens Jr. coming off of injury, do you think he can help supplement some of that lack of wide receiver production?
No.
I hate the run game can't do it because I ain't confident in the run game doing it.
No. Because you know why?
Somebody said dry ass dreads. Wow. I bet my hair longer than your mama's. I bet money on that.
Now you know his mama puts her hair longer than your dreads, man. She been
that's
wrapping
her
that shit
underarm
around.
hair, her nose hair. That's what that is.
Yeah, you know she been braiding that coochie hair since she was in middle school. That she got a motherfucking meal.
Hey, just think about this though. What kind of life you gotta have just to come on the screen, just negativity? You don't even know me or nothing. That nigga ain't say, hey, bye. That
nigga say, giant threads.
You gotta have a miserable life, sir. Good Lord. We gotta pray for that man too. Something wrong with this dude.
Man.
Damn, you come in and you walk both sides of your bed is the wrong side, man. I already know that. Somebody pissed in your Cheerios, your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You tried 2 different cereals and they both had piss in them. That's terrible. Sad stuff.
This nigga grew up ugly and now he mad at the world. Like, I'm sorry about your past trauma, my boy, but we ain't got shit to do with it.
He was never able to bag a girl in his life. He never been able to put hands on a woman. So he come on here on the internet and just want to be mad at everybody. I get it, bro. I get it, sir. Yeah. And then I bet you a man worried about another man's health. What you worried? What you looking at my health for anyway? It's for your girl, not for you. Remember that.
He trying to fondle you, man. You got to tell Diddy no.
I ain't looking at no other man's health. I'm looking at your girl health, though. Not yours. What the hell wrong with you? There's some weird people in the world, y'all, so forgive me. There's some weird people.
This motherfucker is yelling, black people! Yeah. Yeah, be very afraid, motherfucker. Niggas is in the
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
I got to put that on the screen for some reason. It feel appropriate. It won't let me do it. There we go. Yeah, it feel appropriate. Look, man, when you got the kind of spirit I got, bro, it's hard to mess me up. It's hard to make me mad, bro. I be happy. I love life.
He said he loved my fellow black people. Okay.
I'm glad I'm here, bro. Y'all can't rain on my parade. I feel great. These people's funny as hell.
Y'all is crazy as the fuck.
Dude woke up and started talking about a man hell. That's crazy.
Man. That man wants you to be his Goldilocks.
he got to relax.
Who the bitch was in the tower? Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
He said, landlord, oh landlord, let down D hair.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy. And look, it's just like I said, you're a grown man worried about somebody's health, man. You need some better things to do with your life, man. You know?
Man, you need a job.
It's funny, bro. But look, go back to the content because, you know, he can diddy on his own time, all right? He can diddy on his own time. We talking about Do you don't think you? So you're not gonna give us no optimism at all?
This is my thing.
You just mean like you ain't gonna give us no optimism at all.
Because this is the thing. My tight ends cannot supplement what my wide receivers are giving me because it's going to be different sets for my tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Like there are going to be times where I have to go 4 wide. I have to go 3 wide. And having another tight end is not going to do me any good because if I'm running 3 wide receivers and a tight end, having an extra tight end is not going to help me because I got Jake Ferguson. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in those sets, a wide receiver has to be a good wide receiver. There's only so many things schematically that I can do with an extra tight end. You know, how often do you think we're actually going to play 12 personnel? Not often. We're not going to play 12 personnel that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even last year, we were a primary 11 personnel team. Matter of fact, most of the NFL is primarily an 11 personnel team. It's an 11 personnel team league overall. You know what I'm saying? From the Chiefs to the Bills, like every team plays majority of their sets in some alternation of 11 personnel. So just by me having another tight end out there, no matter how good they are, there's only going to be a limited number of times where they're going to be on the field and involved in the pass, and even involved in the passing game. 9 times out of 10, if I got an extra tight end on the field, he's run blocking.
So you know what if I split them in the slot or something? That still ain't gonna help it out.
No, because this is the thing. Who are you going to take off the field so that he can go out there?
You asking me that?
You know, and listen.
You asking me that?
He's still not going. And I hate to tell you this, he's still not going to be better than Brandon Cooks.
Don't do that.
He's not. I hate to tell you that. Cause listen, you are the one that need you're listen. The bias stuff we were just talking about is seeking into your soul. Cause
it happens.
Listen, I know it does. Cause I want you to remember, a tight end that has never played in the NFL coming off an injury is not going to be more productive than a veteran wide receiver playing his second year with an all-pro quarterback in this system.
Yeah, of course. I don't have to hear that. But listen, wait a minute.
Wait. Let me finish my train of thought, and I'll let
go
you
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead.
I know I've been long-winded, but I had to get all these points out the way. Because I'm just going ahead and tearing down all your dreams at one time. So I see. So I ain't got to come back to it. So, yeah, man. So, it's not going to happen. You make your team worse relying on somebody like that to come on the field and be a playmaker for you. You know what I'm saying? Then we also got to wonder if politics play a part in it, because there's a guy that was a second-round pick last year that still is on the team that still is probably going to get another opportunity. So listen, you cannot rely on the tight end position. You don't know how politics are going to play in it. The guy that probably deserves to get the tight end number 2 role is coming off an injury, has not played in the league yet.
Bro.
And from a personnel and a schematical standpoint, we're not going to play a lot of 12 personnel anyway for him to be on the field, nor will he be that high in the play progression to even matter. Because play progression is going to be what? CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, then Brandon Cooks, or CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson. Like, those are going to be the 3, right? And you might have some plays drawn up for Devontae Turpin on a deep ball or something when he's the number 1 option in the first read, because you do got specialty plays. They're not going to draw up a play for John Stevens. You know what I'm saying?
Get on my damn nerves, man. God damn.
So
why you had to mention Schoonmaker, bro? Because now it's all my dreams is just gone. So listen, if Schoonmaker forced on us, bro, he better be hooping. He better be hooping. He better be. Look, that shows you a lot. I did too, for real. I 100%. When he said it, I'm like, damn, man, you just took all my hope and dreams away. I seen Schoonmaker, and I told him, man, get your ass over there. Hey, ain't that John Steven Jr.? That's how I was. But this dude gonna bring up Schoonmaker. Nah, that's a roadblock right there. That's a roadblock. That's just, you ain't going past that at all. So now, shit.
But landlord, why you say or else? What's gonna happen if he don't? Nothing.
I'm gonna cuss everybody out every day.
So nothing. So you're gonna be mad. You're gonna
I'm gonna be yelling at my computer.
You're gonna be
That's
mad.
what's gonna happen.
And he gonna still be in the way year 3.
I'm gonna send Jerry a stern email one day, bro.
You should send a character witness letter to the courthouse up here Friday when he comes to Texarkana for his lawsuit.
Man, I'm finna invest in the ops. Jerry, you better do right, bro. You better do right. We sick of this. Dang, man. That Schoonmaker, that's a problem. He's a thorn in our side right now. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Cause I don't know, it'll have to be something catastrophic for them to actually start John Stevens over him, bro. I just don't see no way, bro. No way.
I mean, listen. Even if Schoonmaker wasn't here, like, how does this other tight end positively affect your passing game when those multiple tight end sets are not West Coast offense things? West Coast offense, you're asking him to run. You asking him to run an offense that he don't run. They run three wide receivers. They run 4 wide receivers. There's gonna rarely ever be 2 tight ends on the field, and I can damn near guarantee when there's 2 tight ends on the field, 70% of the time it's gonna be a run play. I mean, it's just what it is. Schematically, it doesn't even fit what we do.
See, this is what I was thinking about. Just like situationally, then, like he ain't gotta overall be better than Brandon Cooks. But if I can expose a matchup or 2 and let John Stevens rock, because I'm still ignoring Schoon. I'm still ignoring Schoon, okay? Leave me alone. I'm ignoring him.
Red zone maybe, but outside of red zone area, and even then, when is he going to be he's never going to be the primary target in the red zone.
Man, I'm going to look Schoon dead in his eyes and then turn my head and start talking to John Stevens Jr. Hey, see...
I'm just saying, like, there's never.
It ain't that personal, man. He seemed like a great guy. I met him and everything, man. He seemed like a great guy. Like, I met him at camp last year. He seems like an excellent young man, but that ain't got nothing to do with football. I'm sorry.
Hey.
He ain't got shit to do with football.
But listen, disregard Schoonmaker if you want to. And listen, I'm just saying, any tight end is not going to get that kind of burn if your name not Jake Ferguson. It just is what it is. It's not how this team is built. It's not how McCarthy's offense is built. Let me ask you a question.
I got one more question after your question, then, and we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead.
And this is simple. When the number 1 tight end in Green Bay got hurt, did Mike McCarthy let another tight end step up, or did he go strictly wide receivers?
He went wide receiver crazy.
Okay,
I got one question, okay? This for everybody, too. I want y'all answers, too. Do you think this offense could perform at a championship level with Jake Ferguson being your number 2?
With Jake Ferguson being my number 2 option?
Your number 2 option, yes.
We did it last year.
I'm talking about to a championship level. Do you think we can do this again? Do you think we can duplicate this? Do you think we can go further than we did last year?
There is a precedence for it being the case. We seen teams with tight ends as their number 1 and tight ends as their number 2s win Super Bowls. Kelsey was the number 1 option for the Kansas City Chiefs. We seen Rob Gronkowski be option number 1 or option number 2, depending on who the other running mate was. Right. So we've seen it happen. The real question is, do we have enough everywhere else? Because I think that Jake Ferguson, if he starts hot, he gets the targets, he could be a 1,000-yard receiver. But that's not really the issue or the crux. We're not going to win a championship with these other deficiencies that we have. I have no doubt in my mind that he can be productive and get a bunch of yards and get a bunch of touchdowns. He plays with an MVP caliber quarterback. So yes. The issue is what you said, the other caveat is championship level. Your defense was giving up 28 points per game last year. That's not a championship level defense. You ain't got a championship level run game.
Okay, I'm talking about one side.
I know, but I'm just saying in general though. I mean, like, the offense is already a championship caliber offense. If we're being honest. You got probably one of the.
Give you that.
You probably got one of the best. I mean, outside the run game. I'm talking about like the passing game. Like you got a championship level passing game. You ain't got a championship level run game, right? So that's not the issue.
It's a good one. It's a good.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Are we as good as we was last year?
No.
So you can't even count all the stuff you said. Then a lot of it.
No, because I already said we don't have the run game. We don't have the run defense. So
I need that answer. I need them answers from y'all too. Are we as good as we was last year on offense?
Hell no.
So hey, that's concerning. We was damn good now. We was good, but we're not as good. And now we need these players the few players that we got, we need them to play even better. If they don't take steps forward, we won't be as good. Because we already down in personnel. We need them to play better than they played last year. We need Jake Ferguson to be 1,000-yard tight end. We need Brandon Cooks to be 1,000-yard receiver somehow, some way. We need him to be better.
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah, we need him to be if Brandon Cooks was around 800 yards, bro, I wouldn't have nothing to say. Because he had the touchdown production. I give him that. But if he was around like 800 yards and be a consistent threat on a day, like on a game-to-game basis, I wouldn't have no problem. I just need a consistent number 2. I need my number 2 to be able to win one-on-one coverage against man-to-man. I need him to be able to do that. Because we know that the good defenses are going to double CeeDee Lamb. They gonna be like, hey, Jake, beat us. That's what happened in the Green Bay game.
But hey, Jake was trying to beat.
He tried, but he couldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? But if you a defensive coordinator, you know you're gonna have to give up something. And the defensive coordinator like, if I'm gonna give up anything, I'd rather give up Jake Ferguson. Let Jake Ferguson cook, double CeeDee Lamb, and man up Brandon Cooks. And if you beat me like that, I'm going to walk to the middle of the field and shake your hand and say good game. That's what their game plan was.
Hey, you know what's crazy? We might be the only team in the NFL that actually get UFL players and think like, man, one of these motherfuckers finna go crazy.
They finna go off. Yeah, you got a good track record right now. You got something to, you know what I'm saying? You got some tangible evidence to go off of. I just told them all that, and somebody said, I think Dak is the problem. We talking for no reason, man. It's like we've been in an hour in, man. We might as well wrap it up now.
He just got here. But I'm going to ask y'all this question, though, man. If Dak is the problem, why we ain't win no Super Bowl with Tony Romo? If Dak Prescott was the sole problem with the Dallas Cowboys.
Facts.
Why we didn't win a Super Bowl after Troy Aikman retired? Or in the twilight years of Troy Aikman? Dallas Cowboys have not won, have not won a Super Bowl in almost 30 years. Have not been back to a championship game in around that same amount of time.
Man, why y'all whack Eastside like that? He ain't even say that. Don't do it like that, y'all. Come on. He just said it sounds like I'm sure he might have said something before, though. I don't know. He might have said something crazy. But he just said it's an easy way he said sound like an easy way to beat the Cowboys. Somebody smacked them. Somebody put the Secret Service on them. So, yeah.
They can't touch me because my shoes just like
they didn't hit them in the ear either. They hit them somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
In the ass.
But, yeah, man. I think that's a concerning question right there. Are we better than last year?
No.
I don't give a damn how optimistic you is. I don't think you can say yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Action Pal asked a very good question. With the way our front office operates, is it a good thing that we're actually successful getting UFL players?
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually not.
Because, man, listen, I wanted Derrick Henry. These motherfuckers might be trying to find a running back in the UFL to do it. Like, man.
They might be trying to get a quarterback out the UFL next. Hey, he better than that. Man, these crazy folk.
Like, yeah, listen, you got those folks in your family that be doing Groupon. You said they be doing Groupon and everything else. I mean, and this the thing, Alvin. If Dak Prescott is the problem, then why have the Dallas Cowboys not done shit? When Dak Prescott hasn't played. Like last time I checked, when Tony Romo got hurt, Dak came in and we were #1 seed in the NFC. When Dak gets hurt, what the fuck do we do? Before Dak Prescott was here,
Michael Parsons.
What we doing? Yeah, before Dak Prescott was here. Like the Dallas Cowboys got 4 playoff wins in like 20-some years. Dak Prescott got 2 of them. So why are we acting like the Dallas
like we
Cowboys?
were so successful before
Yeah.
Dak? He's just holding us back.
Yeah, this my thing. Like I would understand if we were like the New England Patriots and the guy that replacing Tom Brady wasn't getting shit done. Listen, if Dak Prescott came behind Tom Brady or somebody like that, or Dak Prescott was the first quarterback after Troy Aikman, I might listen to y'all.
This will make sense then. You know what I'm saying?
But the fact we ain't done. Listen, Dak Prescott was in diapers the last time that we were a good a championship level football team, and he a grown ass man with a child of his own at this point.
He got a beard.
This man got a beard. He bald headed. He got an old lady. He got a baby.
I'm 40. I got a beard. What he said? Gee, he had a beard. That was crazy. What that was? Talladega Nights. Yeah.
I think so.
Foolishness. Ricky Bobby. Them my guys. But yeah, man, I think we pulled off a good show right here. I think we pulled off a good show. Y'all drop some fire emojis or some hand clapping or something, you know what I'm saying? Something like that if y'all enjoyed the content today. You know, we did this on a random, just boom. We had some on our hearts and we just wanted to get it up off our chest, you understand? We had to go ahead and get it to y'all the way we know how to do it. Shout out to everybody coming in. I see Danny coming in late, man. We appreciate you, bro. We salute you. We appreciate everybody that stayed here for this hour and 11 minutes. Hour and 11 minutes. How I talk. An hour and 11 minutes. Sitting here hearing us whine and moan and cry about these Cowboys because we sick of them. But we appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Double tap on the screen before you leave on both channels, man. We appreciate y'all. Double tap the screen. Please don't forget, the likes are not looking that great. So y'all help us out, man, and get the likes up. On Hen's side too, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Double tap the screen. You got anything else you want to tell them, ACM?
I do. And Evan Mack, I agree with the backfield. And like you'll never hear me defend the backfield, but you got to give Dak Prescott some saving grace. Like he's played good football. But yeah, man, just hit the like button on the way out. Hit the share button on the way out. My boy Landlord is going to Oxnard, so y'all make sure y'all hit those Cash App and those Super Chats on the way out to support my boy Trip. He gonna be on that road. He gonna be all out in Cali, playing Not Like Us. Kendrick Lamar gonna pull up on him, put him in the video and shit.
Hey, we finna go up.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Hold on, man.
I'm gonna be out here going off. I'm gonna have the cowboy version of Not Like Us in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Land, fuck him up.
All right, you know what I'm saying? On there going off.
Yeah, but yeah, hit those like and share on the way out. Sub to the channels if you haven't, man. I'm trying to he trying to get the 7. I'm trying to get the 3. Trying to run it up, man.
Absolutely.
And yes, there are very nefarious ass ligaments out there, man. Very nefarious ligaments in Cali.
Absolutely. Shout out to all our people, man. But hey, what that boy Wes be saying on his way out?
Man, that boy be saying, never look down because the star is up.